Morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel where it's day 2 out here in Iowa. We're at Ramsey Mazda in Urbandale, Iowa to check out this brand new 2025 Mazda CX-50. This is the S Preferred trim with all-wheel drive. Ingot blue metallic is the color. We have a two-tone. We have a combination of black, leatherette, and fabric seats on the S Preferred trim. We are now lower end trim here on the CX-50. We've seen the hybrid, we've seen the turbo variant, which are much more expensive. This one here priced under 34 grand as you see it. So you can let me know if you're in the market for one of these. Maybe the CX-5 you're not sold on, maybe the CX-50 is more up your alley, or would you rather have a RAV4? You let me know as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. Front end of the CX-50 in the ingot blue metallic paint, really good color. As we move in closer, we're going to have a full spread of LED lighting up front, including the turn signals. We're going to have gloss black in and around the flat black upper part of the grille, Mazda badge in the center, functional side air curtains, functionality in the grille, top and bottom. Now, as we move over to our wheel and tire package on the CX-50, we're looking at a 17-inch gloss black aluminum alloy wheel, Mazda badge on the center cap. The wheels are wrapped in Goodyear Assurance all-season tires, 225 on the width, a 65 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the ingot blue with the flat black on the wheel wells and the door sills. There's a lot of it, much more than the CX-5, let's say. Let me know how you feel about that. As we move in closer, we're going to go with a gloss black side view mirror cap with LED turn signals. We're going to go color matched on the front and the rear door handle, the fuel filler cap on the left side, and then up top, we're going to have the roof spoiler coming off the top. We're going to have aluminum finish on the roof rails, a color matched roof, no sunroof. Over the back we go. We have the roof spoiler, small one, with a wiper down below on the glass. And then in the back, we're going to have a full spread of LED lighting as well with the Mazda badge in the center. On the left, it's going to say CX-50 all-wheel drive. On the right, Skyactiv G. Down below, flat black in and around your chrome dual exhaust finishers. We get to the engine compartment, but what I do like here, and I normally don't make a mention of this, but it's got hydraulic hood struts on either side, which is really nice for a lower end spec. Normally you're just going to see a prop bar, but you let me know what you think about that. Now, as far as the engine goes, it's going to be Mazda's 2.5 liter naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 187 horsepower, 185 pound-feet of torque. MPGs are going to be 25 in the city, 31 on the highway, 28 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price, $25, CX-50, S Preferred, all-wheel drive, $31,850. This vehicle's got a couple options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,495 from Mazda's Madison, Alabama assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $33,920. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer. We're going to have flat black across the top, and that's hard plastic. I would like to see soft touch here at almost 34 grand. Brushed aluminum trim, and then we're going to get this soft perforated insert, soft armrest in the neoprene soft touch with brushed aluminum on the door handle, flat black on the switch gear, and we do have a large door pocket. Moving in closer, we have a large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the floor mats in the rear of the vehicle at this time. Seating wise, we have power seat with lumbar for the driver, manual assist front passenger. Then we have the black leatherette with a fabric combination insert with the light gray cross stitch. Bolstering is firm but forgiving. Headrests are firm but forgiving. Front passenger door panel is the same action as the driver with that hard plastic up top to really hurt the elbow when you have the window down. I'd like to see them fix that. So we move on into the dash. We're going to have soft touch up here, some brushed aluminum trim into the heat and air vent, then more of this soft touch material. Feels more like a little bit of a fabric material here, and then the glove box is large. Infotainment system time. What we have here is Mazda's 10.25-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. We do not have a touchscreen capability here. When we're working the menu and whatnot in the system, that's all done with a dial that's on the center console area, but you can use that. You hit the button, you can go to information, fuel efficiency monitor, vehicle status monitor. We can go back. We can get to our entertainment right here. You hit the button again, and you get your source list. You can hit it again, and you have AM, FM, HD, Bluetooth music, USB music. That's it. We're not going to see Sirius XM in here. We come down further, navigation, all the maps and nav will come through your phone. If you hit the navigation button, you'll get a compass reading. And then we have our settings, where we're going to have your in-vehicle displays, sound settings to set up your speakers, safety settings, vehicle settings where you can go in, set up your exterior, interior lighting, your rain sensing wipers, your rear seat alert, that sort of thing is in here. And then we go back. You have your connectivity settings. From here, you can also Bluetooth and phone, but also set up your Wi-Fi hotspot and your wireless charging settings. And then you have your system settings where you can go in and set up your clock, your language, right? Temperature, Fahrenheit or Celsius, MPGs or kilometers, that sort of stuff in there. And then you're back to the beginning, and that's about it. Now, if we go to reverse, check out that backup camera. It is a large backup camera, shrunk down a little, really clear, but no trajectory, just like the Mazda 3, and I would really like to see them add trajectory for the backup camera going forward. And then we are back to the beginning. Now, as we move down further, we have a dual climate setup with 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And then we have our push button start right here. In front of the gear shift, you have a rubberized area for storage and 2 cup holders. And then your Mazda key fob right here. I like that. Feels good. Turn it to the side. You're going to have lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, nice and light. And then we have the Gator. I would like to see the stitching here. There's no stitching here. I'd like to see them match that up like we saw in the CX-5. And here's the gear shift to go through this 6-speed automatic. We have our drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash. We have our parking brake, auto vehicle hold. Here's the dial I was using to work the infotainment screen. Volume, the star is favorites for your radio stations. And then we have a soft armrest. It opens up one side to the other, where you have a larger area for storage underneath and a couple of USB-Cs and a wireless charging pad right in there, which is a nice touch. Mazda steering wheel, we have a leatherette wrap wheel with the cross stitch in black. I'd like to see that gray to match it up, but nice 10 and 2 notches, the Mazda badge on the horn button. It's a good looking wheel, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of this CX-50 at 5'11", open and airy passenger cabin, no problem. Switch gear, we're going to go flat black and silver combo. On the left side, you're going to have your telephone voice commands, seek for your music, as well as volume and info, which is to work the digital portion of your dash. On the right side, adaptive cruise. We don't have any paddles. On the left stalk, you're going to have your headlights, turn signals, high beams, and on the right stalk, you're going to have your front and rear wipers. On the left side of the wheel, you have your traction control off, safety suite on or off, pop the tailgate. Way down here, that's to pop the hood. And then we also have a tilting and telescoping wheel. Up close on the dashboard, we have an analog digital combo, analog gauges to the left and right with a big digital gauge in the center. Now our drive modes, same as the CX-5. You have sport, you have normal, and you have off-road. But for today's drive, we'll start out on normal and we'll check out sport. Then you also have additional information that you can go through in the center, depending on what you may want to see when you're going down the road. Nice and simple and easy. The overhead console, you got a spot for your shades right there. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains off with the orange light off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. No power roof to show you, so we have a framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function, and then sun visor with vanity and an LED light. And does it slide? No, but you do have an extension. Rear door panel, not the same as the driver, right? We have the hard black plastic up top. We're missing that brushed aluminum and the fabric insert on the door. So some cost cutting by Mazda on the rear door. Not my favorite. Now, as we come on in to the space back here, I'm 5'11". I got plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees with the seat set for my driving position. The seat backs, we have the leatherette all the way down. No seat pocket behind the driver, but we do have one behind the front passenger. The center console area, 2 heat and air vents, 2 USB-Cs. Now in the rear seats, the same combination of the leatherette with the fabric insert, with the design, nice and soft. And our armrest, pretty firm, 2 cup holders, but overall, yeah, I'm really quite impressed with the space in the back of the CX-50. Getting into the cargo area of the CX-50, you have a power liftgate, which is nice on a preferred trim. Pop from the key fob, you can pop from the dash, or you come to the back and right above the license plate, there's a button, you hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down using this button. Now, with all rows up, we have 31.4 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of CX-50. As we move in closer, we have the CX-50 carpeted floor mat. Underneath here, tools jack and a spare. So thank you, Mazda, for the spare. We also have some cubbies in the back with some LED lighting, and tucked in here, we do have a 12 volt for power. So you have that, which is nice here, again, on a preferred trim. And then we have this removable tonneau cover. And then we can drop the back row from back here as well by pushing these levers forward. So here we go. Down she goes. Down she goes. And now with the back row down and that tonneau cover out of there, 56.3 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this CX-50. Window sticker time, here we go. Mazda CX-50 as preferred ingot blue. We have our standard equipment left and right. There are the options and the preferred package. Total MSRP $33,920. Fuel economy estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Mazda in Alabama. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, before we get on the road, again, we're going to do our touchscreen test when CarPlay or Android Auto's up. So now I have my phone, which you can see, wirelessly attached. So the wireless CarPlay Android Auto works good. So now, is it a touchscreen action in an S preferred trim? The answer is yes. Nice swipeability. So I do like that even in the S preferred, at least in the CX-50, you have this bonus with the touchscreen when you have your CarPlay on, in my case, or Android Auto. All right, so we're filming over here in this lovely park. So we're going to zoom around. 18-foot turning radius. Could be a little skinnier, but there's my backup camera looking good. Nice and clear. Just wish I had some trajectory. So we're going to get out of this park. And again, the non-turbo engine, that's going to be fine. You can get the turbocharged engine if you want more power, but this engine gets the vehicle up to speed. You don't have to worry about turbos or any turbo maintenance. And the handling, just like any Mazda, it is tight and it is right. Suspension well damped, chassis well tuned. Visibility is great out of all the glass. Nice big side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that there for safety. Now, we're going to move the gear shift to the left. Let's get to manual mode. We don't have any paddles. We'll go to sport, and we can shift with the gear shift like we have a 6-speed. Towards U is up in the gears, towards the dashboard is down in the gears. So here we go, we're in first. And and the 6-speed shifts fine. A little bit of a delay. Frankly, I don't think the manual mode's quite necessary in the CX-50. It's not exactly a sports vehicle, sports car, I would say. It's a compact SUV. It's designed to get you and your family around town comfortably. I like the gas-powered CX-50 a lot better than I like that hybrid. The hybrid just didn't have that Mazda zoom. Certainly with the turbo engine in the CX-50, it has that zoom. But this naturally aspirated engine does just fine. And if you're looking to move down in price, you don't want to spend 40 grand on a turbocharged engine in the CX-50, you can get this S Preferred, and you get the 10.25-inch screen. You get the touch screen when you have your CarPlay Android Auto on, dual climate, heated seats, right? Push button start, wireless charging pad, plenty of room for backseat passengers, a good amount of room for gear. Now the numbers on Mazda's cargo room always sound a little bit smaller than the competition. And why is that? Because Mazda only measures to your eye line, which means when you're sitting in the driver's seat and looking out the rear view mirror, the bottom of your field of vision, that's your eye line. That's where they measure their cargo capacity to, not, I repeat, not to the roof. So their numbers sound smaller, even though the space in the back, I should say, looks larger than maybe what the numbers say, you know? And you're really going to have to work to get the power out of this naturally aspirated engine. It's not a fast car, but it is, if you work and you get that power in the right power band, this can be a fun car to drive. The turbocharged, you don't have to work to get the power. The power is just right there for you to slam to the ground like a big dog. So now we're up here, we're in sport mode. We'll take it on back to normal. We're up at about 60 miles an hour. You get a little wind noise, you get a little road noise, but not bad. Quieter than a RAV4. At least in my view it is. And up the road we go. Brakes, stop on a dime, nice and straight too. We're just gonna slip in here, do a little slipping here in the Clive Fire Department. Wave hi to the fire engines. How you doing, boys? Yee-hee! And now down the road we go. And it gets up to speed okay. So if you're looking for CX-50, or if you're looking for Mazda, is this CX-50 action going to be the way you rock and roll down the road? Do you like the CX-5 better? CX-5 is their best-selling vehicle. This is a bit newer. It's a bit wider. It's a bit more lower to the ground than the CX-5. But you let me know. Do you like the design? Do you not like the design? Do you want to go hybrid action? Or do you want to go with the regular gas only to save cash? Put in the comments and let me know. But I do want to thank Ramsey Mazda here in Urbandale, Iowa, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Mazda CX-50 S Preferred in ingot blue metallic for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.